So I want to talk about God in the rear view mirror again. And you've got questions. Um, you're probably wondering, when is this guy ever going to run out of wind? So this is the fifth and final one of these. And, you know, since the fifth one, and there's seven deadly sins, number five is gluttony. So this is going to be about, well, we flirted with gluttony is what we did. So what it was is we were in New Orleans. Beth had a conference down there, and our son who's just turned 21, was going to come down and celebrate his birthday, and we proceeded to eat our way through New Orleans is what it amounted to. So the first day, Beth gets off early, we wake up later, and we're out the door, man. We're heading for Cafe du Monde, and they have these things called beignets, and you have thick coffee, possibly chicory, but it's just they're covered with powdered sugar. It's like fried bread, and we're eating this. And I've got powdered sugar in my beard, and he's got it running off his chin. And and after that, we take a carriage tour through the French Quarter, take off from Jackson Square. We pass Jean Lafitte's blacksmith shop, the famous smuggler that helped in the War of 1812. And so when we got done with the carriage ride, we checked that out, see what it was. It was just a bar, so there's no food there. But we did head over to Central Grocery, where the original muffaletta was made in New Orleans. This Italian guy made this, and it's muffaletta bread. And then there is capricola in there. There is this like olive loaf that goes in there as well. And mortadella is what it's called. Some sort of ham, it's just, and then mozzarella cheese and provolone cheese. And then it has an olive tapenade in it. And they were fabulous. They really were. And then we took in street performers, and then later in the afternoon, we had to stop at Pat O'Brien's to, the world famous hurricane drink and the best shrimp remoulade in the quarter. It was just fascinating. We went out for dinner later that night with Beth, and then of course the next day we were back at it again. She was off to the conference, and so today I think we got a regular breakfast, but then we were in search for this oyster, deep fried or fried oyster po' boy. So we had to try one of those, and later that evening we ended up going to dinner at Emerald Lagasse's, because he was a culinary phenom at the time, and so we had this lovely dinner, and Adam took off the next day. But it was like a day or so after Beth and I were getting ready to leave. We even got up and we went to a gospel brunch, before getting on the airplane, and they had everything: etouffee, shrimp etouffee, this, that, and the other thing. But then we were going to leave New Orleans behind, and we're out to the airport, and this young skycap, he was a young black man, kind of round, cherubic almost. And he came to take our bags, and I thanked him, I handed him a gratuity, and he goes, "See you in heaven." And it took me by surprise, and I thought for a moment, yeah, you're right. You will, yeah, and he had this great smile. But think about this young man. He's got a 4-word ministry: see you in heaven. And he says that. So some guy rolls in there, he's maybe been a bad boy on Bourbon Street the night before, he's a little hungover or whatever, and this young man says, "See you in heaven." Or somebody who was lost in a relationship, and they're going to leave town or something. "See you in heaven." And I just think about that, and the people that he touches with that 4-word ministry. How many countless travelers to New Orleans? And I think about him because I was aware of my faith, but how much it meant to me at that moment, how grand it was. And that's the last time that I saw God in the rearview mirror. Thanks so much for your indulgence. I'm grateful. Fooled ya. I'm not done yet. See you in heaven.